welcome back to the Trailer Park News here on the 2nd Street Marvel. It's Monday, August 26, 2019, and we're coming back at you with some movie news and comic previews. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff coming out of the weekend with D23 and obviously all the news about Spider-Man leading into the weekend, so we're gonna be getting a whole bunch of clickbaity news and everything out there, and that's all good because it's about that time of year, right? I mean, we got to start to kind of build hype for Star Wars. Got a lot of things in the news from D23 this weekend. We got that Mandalorian trailer, looked pretty good, looked pretty sick. I don't know, it got me pretty hyped. But then we also got like a sizzler reel with a little teaser for the Rise of Skywalker. It wasn't anything like too special. Like they just it was kind of a montage of a lot of stuff just leading into the Rise of Skywalker. Was really about it, with a little bit of new footage. I don't know, would you say 30 seconds or so? I don't know, I didn't keep count or anything, but anyway, so it's just enough to start getting some excitement from fans and, non-fans, I guess, alike, going out there, just to build hype for this movie or, dislike for this movie, whichever it may be, whichever it might be for you. I don't know, different strokes for different folks, right? Well, anyway, we got more news coming for the MCU as well. We got some new TV shows announced, including Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and God, what was the other one? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. Moon Knight. So a lot of things coming up here. Some of these characters, some people are excited about, some people are not so excited about, and I don't know. I think it just all kind of depends. I think there's one thing, resounding thing that we got to remember here is, in Feige we trust. He hasn't failed us yet, but at the same time, I think that he's going to bring us the best version of these characters that he possibly can. That's something I think I definitely trust Kevin Feige for that, and all the things that he's done. I mean, I think they've still managed to make a lot of these characters a little more interesting than maybe that some people thought they were in the comic book. So I think there's definitely something to be said for Kevin Feige's track record and what he's done so far. I mean, there's a whole lot of people who weren't really into Iron Man, and then he came out in 2008 and blew the roof off you. That's kind of what started the whole MCU. And I gotta say, I loved Iron Man. In those first few films, I do like. I'm one of the. Hey man, I do. I liked Iron Man 2 and 3. What can I say? Overall, though, my feelings on Tony Stark, if you haven't seen already, I did a video clear back in probably like January or February called The Stark Sham. You should look that up and check it out, where I was talking trash about Tony Stark and how he just basically recycled all of Dr. Zola's work. Yeah, Hail Hydra, right? Come on. Well, that's what we're going to be seeing more of, according to the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. If you ask me, we've seen that they announced that John Walker is going to be coming into the MCU through the way of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and this is going to be played by Wyatt Russell. And I think I've seen him in a couple of flicks before. I guess he's a decent enough actor. I can't imagine that he's going to get all jacked up and get ready to become John Walker in this next movie. I can't wait to see that. But or in the series. Now the thing here is, and I was talking about this earlier this morning on the show, the Morning Movie Chat, is this really brings into question what exactly is going on here. If they're going to bring in John Walker, U.S. agent, obviously in the comic books at one point when Sam Wilson was Captain America, had the shield and held the mantle that he got from an old Steve Rogers. He actually came in from the United States to basically to take over the shield and the mantle of Captain America. They were trying to force Sam Wilson out, and then a whole bunch of other stuff ensued in the comics. I'm not here to get into all of that, but it brings up a lot of questions, considering we also got Emily Van Camp, who's going to be returning to her role as Sharon Carter, and we're also going to be having, obviously we already knew that Daniel Bruhl was going to be coming back, and then of course we're going to have Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know, to me this just gets better and better for the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I can't wait to see it there on Disney Plus. And then we also got news of WandaVision, a little bit more kind of information about it, where they're going to be running, I believe they said, kind of like a Dick Van Dyke type of show, like an old 50s, 60s type, with an old 50s and 60s type of feel to it. They had a little poster that they showed, had some pretty revealing things. It was a pretty nice little poster. I mean, kind of reminded me of like a lot of those shows when I was growing up. Just watching them. I mean, but they're older than me, but I mean, I watched them too. They were on TV, right? I'm not that old, all right? But So anyway, we're gonna have some of that, and we've seen some of the cast are gonna be bringing back for that. We got Randall Park returning as Wu, Detective Wu. What's his name? Johnny Wu? I can't remember. It's something like that. But he's coming back as in this TV show, as well as God, what's her name? Kat Dennings coming back to play Darcy. So, you know, there's some things that, you know, just kind of have me speculating about what's going on there, as well as bringing Catherine Hahn to play like the nosy neighbor. So I don't know. I guess we'll see where that's going to go. All in all, a whole lot of things to think and speculate about over the next couple of weeks and months as we're getting ready to gear up and get all these shows, you know, as Disney Plus is getting ready to come out soon. Now, I doubt a lot of these shows are going to be premiering that soon. I believe The Mandalorian is going to be one of the first of them, which I can't wait to see that, like I was saying earlier. But that's all I got for like the movie news and things like that. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff going on out there, and I'm sure we're gonna get more in the coming days. And in case you didn't hear any of the stories last week when I was doing my morning movie chats, I actually think that we're still gonna get at least one more movie in the MCU with Spider-Man. I could totally be wrong, but I just have a feeling we got at least one more coming. I mean, I do. I could be wrong. I'm willing to admit that. But anyway, a lot of comic books coming out this week. I'm not sure if you got to see some of those there. Definitely some good ones. Some of the ones that I'm waiting for is there was a couple of the indie titles. We got like Sarah and the Stars, I believe it's called. That was a pretty good one. I read the first issue. Gonna see where the second issue goes. We've also the other one that's coming out is Resonant issue number 2. I can't wait to get into that. I need to do a review for you guys of that first one, by the way. Still, so. Anyway, a whole bunch of things getting ready to come out as on Marvel Comics. We obviously got the Absolute Carnage story continuing to unfold. Plenty of different tie-ins, as well as we got House of X issue number 3 getting ready to come out. I've still got to get issue number 3 of Powers of X read, but it's been a pretty good story so far. Just some things are finally starting to come together. Now, I was talking about this on Friday on the Trailer Park Live about, you know, I mean, couldn't they have just made this all one book? I mean, I kind of feel like you got to read it all, and you could probably get rid of some of those pages in there. I don't know. There's just a bunch of filler in a lot of these books. But anyway, overall, the story's been pretty good, and I can't wait to read House of X number 3 this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Trailer Park News today. I'm sorry I didn't have any funny skits or anything prepared for today. You know, I wasn't really tapping into my funniness today, I guess. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next video.